my lovelies, and thank you for stopping by this circle today. I am so effing excited to talk about this week's book review, and I am not going to waste any time with an intro, so let's go ahead and talk about The Archive of the Forgotten by AJ Hackworth. Let's go! Author sounds a little bit familiar to you guys if you've been around my channel for a while. Hi, welcome back. If not, please subscribe. It's because I reviewed her book, The Library of the Unwritten, like a couple years ago. I'll tag it up here. Fell in love with that story, and so I had to read the next one, and oh my god, did it not disappoint me at all. Like, after this, I'm going to go to Barnes & Noble's or page 158, my local bookstore here, and get the next one because, oh god, I'm so excited. Okay, so let me go ahead and calm down, and talk about the world and the premise of this book. So this story picks up right where Library of the Unwritten ends. Is after that whole turmoil and chaos. And if you haven't read the first book and you're worried about spoilers, stop here, go get the book and read it, and then come back. Welcome back. Okay, anyways, so it picks up right after the end of where Andreas has tried to steal all the books in the library, and they lost a lot to the fire. So as punishment, Claire is no longer the librarian of the Library of the Unwritten. She's now the arcanist of the archive. And Brevity, the exiled muse, is now the head librarian. Hero is at the library because his book got damaged and he can only exist within the library. And Remy, the fallen angel watcher dude, is with Claire. Everyone is kind of unsettled with all these new changes. They're still grieving the loss of all of those books. And then this black pool of ooze and ink appears in the archive. They are led to it by a damsel who's a ghost. Kind of think of like Emily, one of the Emily Bronte Wuthering Heights stories or whatever. Anyways, Claire touches it and almost dies again as it like goes up her arm like venom, only to be saved by Brevity ripping off the inspiration that she stole and binding it like a magical tourniquet. Okay. So now they're going on to this quest to figure out what this ink is and what does it mean for the library, and they stumble across like what the books are. I'm trying so hard not to give away so much. That's basically the whole plot and premise of the book. Let's go ahead and talk about the characters that appear in the story. As stated earlier, the OG players from the original ones make an appearance. We have Claire, we have Brevity, we have Hero, and Remy. We do have one new character, and I have not wanted to reach through a page and strangle a character in a very long time. And this character is Probability. She is another muse from the Muse Corp who is a childhood friend of Brevity, and I can't fucking stand her. Cannot stand her. Not only is she just a complete bitch to Claire for no good fucking reason, most likely. She has her own trauma, but still. She also is very manipulative to Brevity. You are fucking with your friend's life, all for something that y'all did as kids. And you're saying that she's not allowed to grow up and change? Like, no thank you. Cannot stand her. And even when faced with the whole, like, shit of, you know, the consequences of her actions, she backpedals. Now, I know, in the real world that is what happens, and whatever, it creates drama, but still I can hate a character for the very reasons that she's a well-written character, okay? On to my thoughts. This book was amazing. Amazing. Now granted, it did take me a little bit longer to get into it than Library of the Unwritten, but that had everything to do with me being in a funk and nothing to do with this book, okay? Not only do we get to revisit some of our favorite locations and characters, we get to see more of the library. We get to realize how big it is. We have 2 new wings that are brought up in this book. We have the Library of the Unsaid, which is set in ancient Greece, and the head like librarian lady is Echo, which that's a whole other thing, okay? That's cool. Before things were being written, stories were told orally, and it's not just stories, it's even like confessions of love and secrets. Secrets. Tasty, tasty secrets. Anyways, and then the other wing is the dust wing, where stories go to die. So when there is no one left on the earth who remembers the story, it goes to the dust wing. And just like how the damsels and characters come out in the Library of the Unwritten, they come out in the dust wing for all eternity with no one to care for them. Oh my god. I love this world. So interesting. And when we find out what books are made of and why they are so powerful, like, it's a shock, but should have been obvious from day fucking one. And I cannot wait to go read the third and final book. This is just chef's kiss, amazing. Such a good story, such an amazing author. I hope she does more. Hope she does more like this. Because honestly, I love dark academia stuff, and this is like right up that fucking alley. And there's just, it's good storytelling. You don't really feel like any relationships with these characters like rushed or forced. It's something with, you know, like Hero sometimes, but Hero is an unfinished character, really, in all honesty. So he gets a pass. I loved seeing the other little realms of mortality and just all of that, and I cannot find the words. It's such an amazing story. First book and second book is even better. The second book in a trilogy is like the middle part of a normal book, and the first part's all fun and exciting because you're learning the world, and the second part can kind of drag in some places because it's the meat and potatoes of it, because we really just want to get to the climax of it, which is what the third book would be. But this was a very entertaining second act of the story. And it's nice to see characters struggle and like really try to grow and come to terms with what they learned at the end of their arc in the previous book. Claire is not a whole new character. She's struggling to balance what she's learned with what she's been to what she's going to be, which is, in all honesty, adds to the layers of complexity to a character. If you have someone who's gone through a major arc in one book, they're gonna be still dealing with the ramification of that in the second book. It takes time for people to accept the lessons that they learn when they go against their foundational core. So you're gonna have like relapses because we're gonna go back to what we are familiar with, and then you're gonna have them like question it and fall into a small depression because they're like, shit, I've been fucking everything up for a long time, I was completely wrong, I'm a terrible person. And then they have a loving support system of friends around them that tells them, nah dude, you're cool, like we all fuck up, and they pull each other up. Anyways, I'm rambling. In a nutshell, go get this fucking book. If you have a book that you think that I will love as equally or whatever as this one, go ahead and drop it down below. And if you are a lover of intricate worlds, please do not forget to go check out my latest story, The Hidden Temple, because I had a lot of fun with some of the world building in this one. If you want to see what else I'm doing around the interweb, please be sure to follow all of my social media sites. They have been scrolling down across the bottom of the screen, and as always, they are listed down below. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you all next time.